Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to India, where we're here to test ride 3 of the best lightweight motorcycles for 2024. So sit back, relax and come along for the ride. So we've got the Royal Enfield Himalayan, we've got the KTM 390, and we've also got the Triumph Scrambler 400. We've not decided who's riding which bike yet, so what we're going to do, we've wrote them down on a piece of paper, we're going to chuck them in the helmet and draw out the bikes and see who's riding which. You can go first.
Well, I've got to go first.
To be honest, they're all good bikes. I mean, I don't think anybody's really fussed, so it's just to kind of sort out.
Well, you've got the last one, so I'll do mine. Right, what are you
riding? Okay, so Jamie here is opening his up first. What you got? He's on the Triumph, the Scrambler 400.
I'm on the KTM.
KTM.
I've ridden it before, it's a good bike, but that'll do me.
Okay, so that must mean I'm on the Royal Enfield Himalayan. So now we've decided who's riding what bike. We leave first thing tomorrow morning. We've got 3,000 kilometers around the south of India. It's over 36 degrees here at the minute, and the temperature may even rise some more. What we will be doing is changing bikes at some point over that 2 weeks, and we'll be giving you a riding review of each bike to tell you which one we think is best.
Can you see the time? It's 6:05, and we're just getting ready. I've come down to collect some luggage, but here's Jamie's bike. He says he's travelling light. He hasn't got a clue. Look at this. Look at this. He's got an electric toothbrush. Look, he's got gel and foam. He's got aftershave. We're supposed to be in an adventure.
So let's get this bike fired up. We've already got the Scrambler running, and that sounds nice. Beautiful, love the screen on the new Himalayan. We're going to do about 100k before we stop. I mean, that KTM 390 Adventure looks nice as well. Okay, just take it off the main stand. Everybody's just checking the bikes over just before we set off. Here we go. We need to kind of press on today. Each day is going to be a big day. We've got some serious mileage to cover, and already you can see all these dogs about. We've been warned it's Sunday, it's a church day. There's probably a lot of guys went out last night, had a few drinks. You got to watch out for drunks in the street. Already it's the first roundabout and it's just absolute chaos. Welcome back to India. First thing I noticed about their bikes is the LED lights on the back are beautiful and bright. To then. Whoa! Oh, Jimmy in front, I've noticed he's got mirror problems already. It's spinning round. So for the next 10 days, we're going to highlight the good, the bad and the ugly about all 3 of these bikes. So we're actually located in Goa at the minute, kind of southwest of India. I mean, we're really pressing on already this morning. If you've been following my channel, you know I've been riding quite a bit of the old Royal Enfield Himalayan. Done 2 trips, both with Alex, who's leading this today, from the Nomadic nights. One of them which was the roof of India. 2 weeks of riding around the Himalayas. The other one I did was to Mount Everest base camp. So I've got quite a bit of experience with the old bike, and I'm with 2 guys that have got a lot of experience with riding. So I mean, the first thing I've got to say about this bike, I've only been riding a few minutes and the ergonomics on it are absolutely brilliant. It feels really, really comfortable. I've just swallowed a fly. Yeah, like I said, really, really comfortable bike. The riding position is nice. Like I said, we've got 10 days of riding. We're going to be doing 3,000 kilometers on each of these bikes. So we're going to give you some really good feedback. Yeah, there's a lot of speed bumps, and all these roads so far have just been proper nice and twisty. Like I say, you really got to stay kind of vigilant on the bike. We're not hanging around by any means. This bike has got plenty of power, a 40 brake horsepower. In fact, all of these bikes are very similar. They're all single cylinder engines, but they're all producing around the 40 brake horsepower. It's not quite 7 o'clock in the morning. It's lovely and cool at the minute, so I understand why Alex was saying let's get on the road early, get a few miles under your belt. My only concern at the minute is that the petrol light has been flashing, and we're going to go fuel up, but I don't know how the other guys are getting on fuel wise, but it's been flashing since we started, so this bike is empty. Yeah, these speed bumps are just absolutely everywhere, and some of them you can't see them till it's too late. Hopefully the show suspension on this bike will help out. I mean, when you lay that power down, wow, this bike is absolutely completely different from the old one. I mean, not just in performance, but the whole thing, nuts and bolt, is a different bike. But this one's got a 6-speed box as well now, whereas the old one had a 5. Even like, I'm in 6th gear at the minute, I'm hitting 80k, and you get on that throttle and it still pulls pretty well. And if you can see over there, the sun is coming up. I mean, that's one good thing. With that extra brake horsepower in the new bike, the overtakes are a lot easier. I'd say the only downside is you're going to end up riding quicker, which in India is not necessarily the best thing. I guess we all get used to an amount of power in our motorcycles, and we always want that little bit more, don't we? But I like the power delivery. It's got that mid-range pull, and it also revs out a bit more, so you can get a bit more on the throttle. The last few miles we've just been absolutely wringing its neck, but all 3 bikes seem to be handling the road very well. These roads are absolutely fantastic. Like I say, you got to stay a bit sharp on them, but just nice twisty mountain style roads. Got to watch out for the edges and stuff. There's quite a bit of stand. But the boys are absolutely flying. So you've just got a bit more rev range. Whoa! Whoa! That was the tyre squeal. So the road surface has been absolutely fantastic, and you can probably just see from all the bends, nicely tarmacked. Yeah, the brakes are nice on this bike. When you're trail braking into the corners, you do feel like you've got a nice bit of bike to road contact. As we get onto the motorway, we leave the state of Goa. Our next destination is Shimoga. We're going to be riding around 400 kilometers today, and we'll also be in a new state called Karnataka. The engine in this Royal Enfield Himalayan 450 is a 452cc liquid cooled single cylinder. It produces 40 brake horsepower and 40 Newton meters of torque, and 90% of that torque comes in around the 4,000 RPM. And if you've noticed already, the LCD keeps going black. Just to let you know, that isn't me that's doing that, it's just the camera confliction with the sunlight. Just pulled over to get some fuel. Oh, I was panicking then, I'm not going to make it. I mean, we've been absolutely traipsing the bike. I just got visions of being broke down and these guys being about 10 kilometers in front of me. The other thing I've noticed about this bike straight away as well, when you get off it, it really does lean over on that side stand. At the old fuel station here, music blaring away. Yeah, like I said, you put it on the side stand, it really does lean over compared to the old Himalayan.
I think I keep losing back end on them.
Well, that's because you're trying to ride it like a GP bike. It's looking good out there though. See if I can see if there's any. Yeah, we're literally running on fumes with that. Right, we are fueled up. It's a similar weight to, even though they've shaved off about 10 kilo off the engine alone, the bike is still about the same weight as the old one, but it feels a lot lighter. You feel like you can just throw it about a bit more. When that's in 4th gear, it's pulling nicely through the red range. Yeah, it really does pick up nicely. Look at the boys, see what they're looking like. Yes, that Triumph sits nice. Have a look at this KTM. That's a beautiful looking bike. I mean, when we was picking the bikes yesterday, honestly, it didn't matter which one I was going to ride, because I'm going to get to ride all 3 at some point. I'm really going to be intrigued to jump on the other bikes at some point and find out what they're really like. This bike is going to take some beating. You get a bit of vibration through the pegs when you start getting into them higher rev bands. Oh yeah, if you look to the right there, you can see these naval planes. This place is called Kawa, and I think this is where they have all like the submarines. When you put the indicators on, it's got a really tiny kind of green arrow in the corner, and it's quite easy, as I've already done a couple of times today, just to leave the indicators on. Just everything feels nice and light. We've got the bi-brake brakes on the bike, so they're kind of cousins to Brembo, so you know they're going to be good, and they are. The screen's a lot lower on this one as well compared to the original one, so actual wind protection's pretty minimal. As for any of the controls and settings, I've not gone through anything yet because I'm just too busy concentrating on the road. The gearbox has been good on it as well. Again, nice, easy, light gear changes. Nothing feels clunky or heavy. The old Himalayan was very agricultural. I thought the dog was a goner. So right, we've just stopped for the first chai stop, and these bikes have been performing well. We haven't been hanging around at all. We've done about 115 kilometres.
So we've just come from, we've come down the coast. We've come to Karwar, and now we're heading in an easterly direction. Go up here, turn left, cross the dam, and then run alongside the river, and then turn right again over a hanging bridge, Shivapura hanging bridge. So we're going to traverse the river a few times today, but absolutely beautiful.
So yeah, so far so good, guys. The bikes are performing really well. I'm super impressed with this Royal Enfield Himalayan. Like I said, I'm interested to see how the other bikes perform. How you've been finding the Scrambler?
Very different, very different. It's very soft. It's got some decent power, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Pulls like a train.
Because you're used to racing Super Moto, it's going to feel a completely different setup.
It's a lot softer. It's like being on a living room settee sofa.
which is kind of what you want when you're doing these long distances.
Yeah, nice bike. Really chuffed with it.
Yeah, I mean that seat does look comfy. So there's more cows in the road. Come on, mister. Move over. Which way you going? I don't know if there's any celebrations, but we just had loads of cars, bicycles, overtakers. They've all got the orange flags flying. Right, take to the dirt track. Look at this guy here. His wheels just not only flat but completely buckled. This is mad. Oh, just got to remember we've got the panniers on as well. They kind of stick out a little bit. It's getting hot. Look at this, what is going off? So yeah, this is where the Enfield comes into its own. Yeah, we are off-roading, guys. And also still battling through some of this heavy traffic. It probably doesn't come across much on camera, but there's some proper steep gradients. I can hear the fan kicking in on the Enfield. I'll be alright if I can just get past these guys. Yeah, this is just absolute nuts, this is. I've got to test the ergonomics for the standing up position. That was pretty good actually. I didn't feel uncomfortable, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit out of practice. But yeah, it felt nice.
We've got no spanners out, have we? No, it's done differently.
Yeah. It's a reverse thread on that right side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whip it off for now. Okay, so it looks like we've got a bit of a suspension bridge to cross over. I mean, wow, look at that. What a view. I mean, we've got two-way traffic, people walking across the bridge. I just keep catching my panniers. There's kids over there swimming with the crocodiles. Whoa. And we're off the bridge. I just saw a sign back there saying Jog Falls. Also, there's quite a bit of wildlife. You can see the monkey climbing up there, the baby monkey. So far, the roads have been absolutely superb. It's just been like this for the last couple of hours. So we've just stopped at this security post here where we have to pay to get in. As a foreigner, it's 50 rupees, which is around 50 pence.
I've here loads of times before.
Okay.
This is Jog Falls.
Yeah, I saw the sign back there.
These are the biggest waterfalls in India.
Okay.
So if you take a walk along here, you'll see it all.
Okay.
But this is dry season.
I was hoping to get the drone up and just fly it over there. You'd get some great footage with the drone with this. But unfortunately, the security guard back there just doesn't allow it, and you've got to require permission. Right, so that was just a short stop. Like I say, it's a bit too warm to be hanging around for too long. These air jackets are absolutely perfect for these conditions. I mean, we've done about 300 kilometres already, made good progress. Bike's been super comfortable. We've done a couple of little get off the bike, stretch your leg stops, and a quick refreshment, and that's enough. You can just carry on. I mean, a couple of times I've even got lazy on the bike and just left it in top gear, in 6th gear, and just you open the throttle and the bike just wants to pull that mid-range power, that mid-range torque. It's been working really well. I've used 6th gear quite a bit today. On the old Royal Enfield, the 411cc, you're just constantly up and down the gearbox. In Shimoga now, you can always tell we're back to the busyness. Our hotel is on the other side, so we're gonna have to spin round. Okay, we're not going around the roundabout, we're just gonna turn here, So we're stopping at a hotel called the Royal Orchid. And here it is, this big white one on the left. Well, there we go guys. What a day, what a ride. Cheers Alex.
Come on, buddy.
The Himalayan's not looking so clean as what it was at 7 o'clock this morning. So everybody's super impressed with their bikes today. I'm certainly impressed with this Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. It is performed absolutely fantastic for a first ride. So I've still got 2 more days left on this bike before I jump on one of the others. So as always, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Give us a like and I'll see you in the next one. Action.
Everyone, action.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are in India and we're here to test ride 3 of the best lightweight motorcycles of 2024. So sit back, relax and come along for the ride. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm in India. I'm joined by Alex.
Carlsberg don't do motorcycle adventures, but
No.
see if they did.
If they did.
If they did, this would be the one.